Just like that, we have Havoc Mayhem from Singapore and Huck from Japan. Havoc working the disc down. I don't have my rosters with me yet. But if that's 53 over there, that's Rachel Bowie with the assist. And Singapore going in as underdogs against the much more experienced Huck squad, go up 1-0.
Please all available marshals. Please come to command center.
And I'm currently alone. I will try to find a partner to join me in the booth here to broadcast this women's game. We have a lot of folks checking out the mixed finals, going to be starting very soon between Boracay Bandits and Mulatto from Davao. But right here we have Havoc Mayhem, which is their A team, from Singapore, and Huck from Japan. This is going to be a fun one to watch. We have Havoc. We're going to see a lot of tight, precise throws, smart offense. Huck loves to put the disc up. It's going to be some short, strange angle throws, work the disc across the field, and a lot of cross-field hucks, or they'll just go ahead and huck it off the bat. Layouts by both the Havoc and the Huck players result in a turnover. Disc over to, whoa, big, looking big. Intended for Junyo. Not quite getting there. The Huck defender gets in the way to take the disc back, and they are looking to tie this up at 1. Very tight. Looks like June's slow to get up. A lot of space upfield for the Japanese. Good little floaty backhand into Nishijima Rie. Ties the game up at 1. This is the AOU GCC 2017 Women's Division Finals, and I'm currently alone. I'm Jared, bringing you the game between Singapore's Havoc Mayhem and Japan's Huck. If you are at Alabang Country Club and are listening to me, you are welcome to come say hi in the booth, because I'm a little lonely. Hey! And I could probably use someone bringing me a beer as well. Anyway, Havoc picks up in a 1-1 game. Works over to Pei Ling. Fast movement by the Singaporeans. Rachel. Oh. Chases it down, not able to reach it. Really quick disc movement by the Singaporeans. But just one mistake at the goal line, intended for Yan Qingtan. Can't complete it. Huck picks up the disc in a 1-1 game. Manadate with the disc, looking upfield. Finds Kana Kobayashi. And puts it into Mayuka Hara. 2-1 Huck.
All players, we are selling the official piece of the 2017 AOU GCC here at the Command Center. Again, we are selling the official piece of the 2017 AOU GCC here at the Command Center.
Huck over Mayhem, over Havoc. Ling to Rachel, moves over to Emily, over to Kim. Fast movement, so fast I can't look up and down at my sheet. That's back to Emily, and then over to Pei Ling. Xin Ying, back to Rachel. Fast, very solid movement of the disc. Yan Qingtan with the score. Definitely what you want to see from the Havoc offense right there. Fast, accurate passing. Efficient. No chance for the Japanese to take it away there. Even up 2-2. That is Melissa Chan, without the sleeves there, looking up at the Huck team across the field. Melissa would have been on this Havoc Mayhem side, but she got a boo-boo on her knee, so she will be out a couple of months. So we'll be helping in a coaching role for now. Having to pull, Juniel sends it down the field. Only 14 names on the Huck roster. Pretty short squad in these conditions. Arisa Kawasaki with the disc. Big air under. Beautiful use of her body right there. That was Kana Kobayashi with the score right there. Beautiful use of her body. The Huck is not only about the accuracy of the throw, it's about how the receiver is going to receive it. And she gave the Singaporean defender no chance of getting at that disc. 3-2 Huck. All right, I am back here in a 3-2 game. Japan's Huck against Singapore's Havoc. Big look. And they find Yanqing Tan down there. Working this around. I want to introduce my partner here, but the fact is the Singaporeans moved the disc so fast I don't really have time right now. Rachel Bowie with the disc. And unlike Rachel normally, usually she is an assist master. She cannot find the end zone with that throw. But it does give me a second to introduce Joe Gajewski. He is a star for the Cambodian team that made a showing at this year's AOU GCC. He's based in Phnom Penh, Cambodia.
That's right. Star is generous. Thank you, Jared. But that's right. Team Cambodia made its first appearance at this tournament, and we're excited to be here.
And you guys just finished up a matchup against the Indonesian Garuda squad. How did that go?
That's right. It went well. The Garudas took the lead throughout most of the game, but we fought hard. Played some hard man-on-man defense, which was our goal. So we walked away satisfied.
What did you see from the local Cambodian players that your team brought?
The local Cambodian players showed marked improvements game after game after game. We saw some incredible quick handler movement, which we were proud to see.
Huck sending up a trademark what Huck, and that goes up and is finished by Sayumi Sagimoto for a big break right there. It's been pretty even up to that point.
Big break, a really clean put.
And I was saying, if you haven't got a chance to see Huck play very much in the past, and Joe, I don't know that you have, you would think with a smaller statured Japanese team that the name Huck might be ironic, but no, they love putting the disc up to their very small but very quick receivers.
Gotcha.
Very fun to watch.
So they do what they say on the tin.
Exactly. They say it, they do it.
That's admirable.
And it's not just out here. And there's a great match I watched in Lecco, Italy. The Worlds in Lecco, Italy, when they played Austin's women's club Showdown. Whole bunch of tall, fast American women. So Huck, no, they won't Huck against, you know, this big, tall, fast, athletic American team.
But let me guess, Huck they did.
Huck they did. They would move the disc, a few strange angle throws, and then all of a sudden, bam, one of their women would be out 20 meters out ahead of a showdown defender.
And we have the pull. Midfield.
Back to Rachel.
Up midfield,
Floaty.
floats, intercepted.
And that's the, you got to play clean against the Japanese. They will go ahead and take advantage of you fast.
Oh, and another interception, midfield. And another turn. Huck with the disc. Swing to the handler.
I think Singapore really has to concentrate when they get this disc back, if they get it back, just to play their style, to focus. Solid offense. Don't try to jump on the Japanese and attack them quickly. The Japanese love that style of game. Oh!
Incredible D. Incredible D.
Massive B by Eling Ho. Huge. That's the kind of D they need when they want to get back into this game.
That can be pivotal.
There is a call. Let's see what's going on here. I vaguely saw an observer or a game advisor put their hand on their head, so it looked like a stall. Maybe a stall a couple of throws ago, perhaps. And going back to Havoc over on the sideline. That's where the disc will be for some reason. Big moment for Havoc right now. Second
Almost recovery, but can't quite get it.
Just out of the reach on the jump, then the layout, still just out of reach. Looks to have taken a little bit out of Eling Ho right there. Game advisor going in to listen in on this discussion.
This is tapped in. Swift movement up the field. Oh, and a great reach for the point.
Toes the end zone, but the camera person decides to run away, so we can't figure out who that was.
Team Cafe de Luida, your cups are now ready for pickup at the cleach booth. Again, Team Cafe de Luida, your cups are now ready for pickup at the cleach booth.
That away score, people.
Havoc Mayhem with the point.
Yep. Now only down one. They did not want to go down anymore to Huck. Still an even game. 4-3. Well, Huck is up a break, but it's close to even. It's close.
Still anybody's game.
Not exactly anyone. I mean, it will only be won by Havoc or Huck.
So it's one of two teams' game.
That is true.
If we're going to be that specific.
That is true. I would just say that the Cambodian team has a very small percentage chance of winning this final.
Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Would not bet on it.
No.
Havoc Mayhem gets the pull off. just behind the prick mark. Huck looks for their first option. And it's put. Comes down with it into the end zone for a score by 27.
Finished off by Riona Oshima. And no fear by Huck. Put the disc up. All kinds of confidence in the receiver. Not super open, hanging throw, but the Japanese receiver used her body very well, shielded off the defender, pulled it down,
brought it down.
put a soft throw into the end zone for a score to take it to 5-3. And Huck to pull.
And the disc is up. A strong pull. Up the line.
And up across the field.
Break. Intercepted.
Picked off by Yuko Sato. And really, I think that Singapore needs to be more conservative. They move the disc nice and quick and really well when they're focused. They're trying to do a little bit too much. Oh my!
Play. Great bid.
To get it back. Going into a side stack that you don't see terribly well on the screen right now.
Break to the middle of the field. Up the line. Up the line one more time. Solid movement up the open side. Looking for an option.
Fine, Rachel. She's one who wants to get this in the end zone every time she touches the disc.
And it's live. It's still live. Great grab. And put.
Okay, Emily looks. Emily Wong finds a receiver.
A receiver from Havoc, Mayhem.
And that takes us to 5-4.
5-4. Still a close game.
Still close, trading points.
Trading points. Some strong breaks from the handlers in that point. Strong breaks led to break side movement, which led to the point.
I mean, Havoc has already shown that they can move the disc on Huck. They don't need to do anything spectacular. Run their basic offense, take the conservative throws. But it's when they've tried to overreach themselves a little bit where they've had problems. Huck, on the other hand, they will put the disc up. They are going. That is standard offense for them, that they throw into what looks to us as to be 50-50 opportunities. For them, they don't see the percentages quite the same way. Very fun to watch.
Very fun to watch indeed. We've got a great final here in Manila.
Thank you for the reminder. This is Alabang Country Club in Manila in the Philippines. The Asian Oceanic Ultimate in Guts Club Championship 2017. I am Jared, and I am here with special guest Joe, bringing you the Women's Division Final. We're in the first half. Huck from Japan against Havoc, the Havoc A team, Havoc Mayhem from Singapore. Massive bid.
but
Once
unsuccessful.
again,
Dix goes up. An incredible defense. An incredible defense blocks that up the line Huck.
I still thought that Kana Kobayashi may have been able to reach out and grab that at the last minute, but just out of her reach. Mayhem takes the disc back with a chance to even this up.
Can they do it?
And there they go.
Oh,
Shijun
Unlucky.
Can gets the long pass, looks upfield, tries to finish it off.
Always tough to see that. Always tough to see an incredible Huck go up and turn at the last minute. Let's see if Sycamore can recover it.
The Singaporean women looked very comfortable out there, but I have to think there's some nerves. The first final for them as a club. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Crowd gathering. Being covered live by absurdly handsome commentators. It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure
indeed. But we also expect from elite teams to maintain that discipline. And whichever team can maintain the discipline the most will likely come down with this game.
And they work it around and finishes it. It's Kana Kobayashi with the finish. Havoc with the opportunity. Havoc with the opportunity to even that up, but Huck takes it and extends their lead to 2. You might hear we have some of the Cambodian players commenting on the game. I have Mr. Hai and Mr. Vun joining us in the booth here. Mr. Hai, what do you think about this women's final? ประกวดนี้มีใส่มีคำนัดไอ้ Leng La'aw. He says they play very well. Asking what is his thoughts on this women's final. He says they play very well.
And he is correct.
He is correct. As one of the young members on our Cambodian team, a big deep look.
And comes down with it.
Massive layout catch by Yan Ching Tan. Exactly what Havoc needed right now. They need some excitement because they're gonna have to take this disc away from Huck. Great grab by Yan Tan. She's coming up a little bruised and battered. I see her on the sideline grabbing her shoulder. It was a huge bid. Got to give the body up, and that she did, keeping her team in this.
The whistle blows and they assume the line. This will be a big defensive point for Havoc. Strong defense in this point will be needed there to decide the half. And straight off the bat, a Huck from Huck. just on the end zone line.
Kind of Kobayashi pulling it down,
A dump
dumping it.
and break. Still not in, still battling on the end zone
Back
line.
to Kobayashi. And Kobayashi to Haruko Uchida to extend the lead to 7-5.
Paging Kuya Maynard. Paging Kuya Maynard.
Teams have been trading points. They'll take Havoc to close that gap, stay in this race.
Yeah, the good thing about this, we do have a lot of game left here. They don't need to panic. You know, maybe trading points at this point will settle them down, get them relaxed, get their confidence up. But they can't do it all day. They're going to have to get that break back. Going to have to close this gap. And yes, now would be a good time. If they're curious what time would be a good time for that to happen, now would be good.
Better than any time.
So there are a lot of people asking me if there's going to be free beer to be served this tournament. This isn't Vanilla Spirits, guys, so I'm sorry. Oh, what the hell. Free beer in all submissions! Free beer! Bring your IDs! Free beer!
Very energetic announcement on the field that there will be free beer. So I don't think people are watching the games anymore.
But it unphases both teams with clean breaks, some strong handle movement from Singapore.
No one has left the field yet, which is good.
Good signs, good signs. That's the dedication we look for in teams to make it in finals. Looking for options downfield. Inching closer
Rachel.
to the end zone, and she spots it. Singapore with the point.
Rachel find Emily there. Who scored that? I think number 8, Emily Wong. Rachel Bui to Emily Wong. 7-6. Huck is looking to take it to half. Havoc is looking to cause some mayhem. And this is AOU GCC 2017 Alabang Country Club, Malaysia in the Philippines. We are here at the women's division final between Singapore's Havoc Mayhem and Japan's Huck. Tight game. Huck up 7-6. Looking to close it out. Looking to close out the first half. This is a game to 15.
And it's off.
Junia was on the mark there.
Oh,
Oh, huge D. Huge D by Yanling Tan.
Opening up an opportunity for Havoc. It appears there might be a foul on throw. Some discussion on the foul. Appears there may have been some contact on the thrower's arm.
See, no contest.
No contest,
Paging
and
the
this comes back in.
Spirit Captain
Wait,
of
hold on.
Norte, please come here
Confusion.
to command center immediately. The
I was
Spirit
watching
Captain of Carney Norte,
I was
please
watching
come
the
here.
observers'
Please come here
signals
to
there,
command
but I
center
think what
immediately.
the players had a different idea in mind, and no, it really is not contested. Okay. Coming in 0.
Discus back in. on the sideline. Havoc on the sideline. Resets it to midfield. A shot down the line. Intercepted by Huck.
Little too much float.
Huck starting from their end zone.
Oh,
a bid.
massive bid by June.
Turning up the heat.
June also plays some rugby, so hitting the ground is
She's
not afraid.
Not afraid at all. Huck trying to get it off their side, off their end zone line, swinging it back and forth. Looking downfield for options. Another swing. How long can they swing? And there's the shot. There the shot goes up.
I love watching Huck.
An impressive layout.
Massive layout. Big Huck. Goes right up in the air again. Ooh, lost it.
Unlucky. Shot to the end zone goes out.
Real
Another
lucky,
opportunity for Havoc Mayhem.
real lucky break there. You're not going to see that from Huck very often. Disc went up in the air. Receiver just entirely lost track of it. Then it floated out of bounds.
Havoc will need to work it up the field and convert this to a point to make it a tie game.
Yadling 10 with the disc.
And it goes long. Comes down with it, resets it
Pull
midfield.
down.
Looking for a dump option.
Oh,
Unlucky, goes to the
June.
ground.
June throws the dump to Catherine right into the ground. No hesitation. Disc goes right up. And another massive layout bid.
If you want to get the beer, you need to
timeout
bring
called by
your AUGCC ID and a plastic container. It could be an Nalgene, it could be a jug, it could be whatever. Get a big container as long as it's yours. You can't have glass bottles on the field. You don't want any of the glasses getting broken.
Important beer discussions going on.
Indeed. Although both teams, again, appear unfazed by the option of free beer. Staying focused on the game. That's commitment.
Yeah, I mean, generally when I see people standing in these kind of big groups, I assume they're drinking or drunk.
Or talking about drinking, planning, maybe in the early stages.
That might actually be the reason for this timeout. You know, she had heard the announcements of free beer and they wanted to decide how many beers they wanted at a time, what kind of plastic containers they were going to bring
Right,
to
Jared.
get the
All
beer.
details that need to be sorted out. I think it's a coin toss, 50-50 chance they're either talking about this game or the beer.
50-50, that's a safe odds. All right. Huck to put the disc back in the play to try to take it to half. And that's going to be Arisa Kawasaki picking up the disc after that huge layout grab.
A smart timeout. Smart timeout. They're on offense. They can reset their offense. Gain some composure as they have this shot to bring the game to halftime.
And if I had to guess what the Japanese are doing, I would guess they're going to swing it across the field and perhaps go ahead and score with a cross-field floaty throw. That is my guess.
We'll see if you're right, Jared. The disc
Oh, they're
comes
not
into
gonna
play.
They're going to go ahead and
There's
swing it
the
across
swing.
the disc, across the field,
Swing across the field. Jared, your predictions are correct so
and
far.
send it to the other side. There she is.
Number 5, looking for options. Sees none. Oh, dumps it, but gets intercepted by number 4.
Once again, it's Yanling Tan.
Youngling Tan.
playing a big part in this one, just as she did in the semifinal against their club mates, Havoc Rampage. Had a big game in that one also. Huge block, great opportunity to Havoc to get right back in this, even it up 7-0.
An incredible opportunity. Let's see if they can convert. Midfield with the disc, looking for options, and goes break.
That's over to June. Juniel to Yanling Tan.
Nice give and go.
That's over to Janice Ewan. Very relaxed right now. That's what I like to see. I don't want to see them do that.
Intercepted.
Maybe a little too relaxed.
Good handlers swing it across the field.
Hey Joe, I'm going to ask you to take a quick break. Oh, it looks like Huck just scored, and they have taken it to half. That is 8-6.
That's all right. You can't fire me. I quit.
Okay. Joe, it's been awesome. Thank you very much for joining me here. And we are at halftime right now. This is 8-6 Huck. I will be back in a couple of minutes.
Paging the spirit captain of Carne Norte. Oh, no, it's good. Sorry.
Just for a couple of minutes. Later, for a couple of minutes. No English. Yeah, we have Huck playing. So right now, halftime.
If you found a stainless hydro flask with a Rainbow sticker, last seen on field 7, please go to the command center. Again, if you found a silver stainless steel hydro flask. If you found it, please return it to the command center. Thank you. Paging Gila Alvarez, Gila Bautista, please come to the command center.
Kuya, okay lang apakan, kuya. Okay lang apakan. No problem, no problem. Sige ba? Sige. 1-5. 5-5.
What's up? What's up? Old fuck. Yeah, make some space. Hey, you make some space for it.
Anything dyan sa wala ha, kami. Where going? After what way lah? Oh, come back.
Sa lahat ng marshal sa last game, huwag nyo kakalimutan yung phones, yung scoreboard, the game disc, yung spirit score sheet. Again, yung phones, yung scoreboard, yung game disc, tsaka yung spirit score sheet. Salamat.
Can I change for your picture?
Again, sa lahat ng marshals, huwag nyo kakalimutan yung cones, disc, scoreboard, and spirit score sheet.
Oh yeah, I tell you, they look sick though. Like, so back in Australia, we have a university.
Paging Michael Hu of the organizer of GUTS, please come here to command center. Again, Michael Hu, the organizer of GUTS, please come here to command center. Thank you.
We are selling AOU GCC 2017 discs at the command center. If you want to get one, just come here and bring money. Again, to all players who wants to buy an AOU GCC 27 disc. Yeah, it's nice. It's available here at the command center. Again, to those who want to buy an AOU GCC 2017 disc, you may proceed here at the command center to buy one.
An Indian with an Indian. Nice. Makes sense. Life of an Indian. That's a weird favorite scene.
Paging Cedric Palomares to the command center, please. Cedric Palomares.
No!
Paging 1, punta daw dito sa command center. 1, punta daw dito sa command center. Punta daw dito sa command center. 1, punta daw sa command center. Marshall Kairan Angela ng Dots. And Kia Alvin and Kia Magic, punta daw kayo sa command center. After ng game daw, pupunta po kayo sa command center.
Huck 頑張りどころですね。あと1点取れば。
Oh, and another turnover right back. Yadling Tan turns it over. Kawasaki right there. The shooter puts right in the far corner of the end zone. Beautiful Akari Haruma. Akari Haruma. Once again, Havoc has the chance to work down the field, turns it over. And 13-10, Huck over Havoc in this women's finals. You can probably hear in the background, getting a little noisier. Festivities beginning. Games are all close to finished. Shirts are being traded. Probably somewhere clothing is being removed. Just another day in Manila. But it is a special day because it is the
佐野あゆみ選手出てきましたね。
finals of
それだけ
AOU GCC.
帽子をかぶってません。彼女はディフェンダーですよ。それじゃまだないです。今のが竹山選手ですね。
Work around to Ying Ho, Janice Lee. Over to Rachel. Rachel looks deep. Yeah, Riona Oshima in the way there. Yeah, Oshima seemed to be ready for that. She saw it coming. And in our third place game, it looks like
Michael.
that was Tsuyumi Sugimoto taking it down from Mike O'Hara, working it around about 15 meters from the goal line, straight down the line. Straight down the line to Oshima for the score.
That's 1 point.
Yes, we are at game point. Havoc needs to keep fighting. Do let it be noted that Mr. Koichi Wada has been drinking beer at a much faster pace than I have.
Ah, あと1点です。頑張れ。
Do or die time for Havoc. Receiving the pull right now. They need to score and then keep on breaking. Right now, the key is to just run a solid offensive series. Save the excitement for the D-lines.
Michael.
Mike O'Hara with another big pull. Just out of the reach of the Singaporean receiver, and Huck looking to close this one out. Oh, beautiful mark. Takes out the inside, takes out the around. Then Huck does what Huck does, swinging the disc across. Contested by Rachel. Rachel with a clean block. The Japanese thrower says that's just fine. That's okay. Let's go back and play defense. Sin Ying-tan picks up the disc. Contested over to Rachel. That's Sin Ying. Round to Yiling. Kim Tan. Over to Elaine. Nice movement. Keep possession. I think that's important. Emily looks upfield.
22番です。
As we're, but Huck is bending and not breaking here.
いい最初に対してのこと。いいですよ。いいですよ。もう運動量減ってきました。あとミートだけです。ちょっと長いミートを切りたいですね、これ。
Yep, what Koichi said.
インサイドうまい。
Work it up. Middle to Emily.
ああ、いいですよ。
Oh, just out of reach. Just can't get it to Kim Tan over there on the sideline.
粘りましたね。
Great way to work it up the field.
タイムアウトか。
Whoa!
いいですね。
Massive, massive, massive layout block by Yi Ling Ho. Timeout Singapore. It did look, Koichi, that Huck was going to call a timeout. I thought Huck would call a timeout, but no, it said they throw it, layout block. I don't know what's going on, Koichi. I don't know, man.
もう喋れない。
And we are still at game point of the women's finals, AOU GCC 2017. I am here with Koichi Wada, the spiritual leader of Nomadic Tribe, a legend, a fantastic commentator, and a really fast beer drinker.
解説するにもですね、実はこのテレビ画面を見てしてるので、ほとんどグラウンドが見えない、3分の1ぐらいしか見えない状況でやってるので、あまりグラウンドを把握できないんですけども。
You see JD is pointing to his jersey.
グラウンドレベルに放送席があります。 ここから全然グラウンドが見えません。これ裏展開ちょっとまずいですよ。もう一個裏行ったらナイスビーだ。
Singapore moved this beautifully as they did before, but they're going to have to finish. Got to get it all the way to that end zone. Beautiful low break backhand. Tulane. Goes it back to Sin Ying. Over to Emily. Emily finds Rachel. Rachel Bowie opts for the safe dump. Back to Emily. Beautiful low break. Over to Rachel. Rachel's looking towards the end zone. And the Huck defender says, "No, I'm not going to let that go." Low, inside out. Flick, beautiful. Over to Elaine Lee. Great score, great patience by Singapore. Yeah, Koichi's knowing what we've seen. The Singaporean women break marks very well. Those low low inside outs, but also low arounds, backhand and forehand. They stretch out when they throw very far, very hard to defend. It's something we saw in the men's game as well. The crackerjack players stretch out very far. It's part of the Singaporean training to really stretch out on those throws.
Men final, Japan and Singapore. But men team very good.
The men's game. Yes, the men's game between Singapore and Japan was very, very good. It was on serve, no breaks, up to 13 all. Then Nomadic Tribe pulled off the first break, and Singapore were flustered and gave up the next point for a 15-13 Nomadic Tribe win. It was a great final. Let's see if Havoc can get back into this one to pull as close as the Crackerjacks did to Nomadic Tribe. Singapore's gonna have to get a break here, gonna have to get a D. Gonna have to do it right now. Huck moving up the field. Works it over to out to Kawasaki. Singapore pushing them back in a massive, massive, massive layout block. Wow. Havoc has not started packing up their field bags yet.
Probably, there's a place over here.
Okay, there's a hold up on the field.
If you submit your spirit scores here, you get a free bottle of spirits from courtesy of our sponsors. Please submit your spirit scores here in the command center. You get a free bottle of spirits.
Okay, this goes back to
Not free registration.
Jen Lim.
Spirits, there's a free bottle of spirits.
Goes back, finds Yan Tam. Beautiful inside out break. Over to Jolene, over around Yan Tam to tries to get it around. Is it gonna work again? Ling Tam with the score. Beautifully placed throw. And another on the board for Havoc. Love to see this. I know that Huck is not too shaken. They have been in finals. They've played at the biggest tournaments in the world. But still, this is going to add to the energy of Havoc. They're going to come out even harder at this point. The crowd is gathering. Games are finishing around the fields. The energy is building. Massive layout blocks. Sorry, I didn't get the number of that last. Didn't get the license plate of the last truck that came through on that layout block. Beautiful. But earlier on, Ealing Ho had a gorgeous one that led to the last point. And up again.
オフェンスになりますんで、これ1本取って勝ちたいですね。ここですね、1本。
And no mark coming up, a lot of time to throw. A massive bid. What happened? What happened? It is a foul. It is no contest. Great bid. Good call. Great no contest. Pei-Jen Lim trying to keep her team in this. That's what Havoc needs to do. Beautiful.
この試合はこの黄色い服のゲームアドバイザーがいますけども、ほとんどゲームアドバイザーを使わないで、いいクリーンなゲームになっていると思います。
Working it up. Oh, just missed the block there, and it goes into the end zone. Pulled out of the sky.
勝ちました、ハックおめでとう。
Kana Kobayashi pulls in the final score, finishing this game at 15-12. A Huck victory. Huck is your AOU GCC Women's Division champions, meaning Japan takes 2 out of 3 divisions, men's and women's. Great final game. Havoc is a young Singaporean squad which will continue to get better. This is a great experience for them, and they played a fantastic game in this final. Gave Huck all they could have asked for. 15-12 is your final. Koichi, any final thoughts on this one?
メンのノマと、ウィメンのハックでしっかり金メダル取って帰れたのでよかったと思います。ハックおめでとうございます。
Yes, exactly. I agree with Mr. Koichi Wada 150%. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed the show. And that was the final of the finals at AOU GCC, the Asian Oceanic Ultimate and Guts Club Championship 2017. We will see you in 2 years' time at AOUC, location to be determined. And I will probably be back here on the mic, and I hope Mr. Koichi Wada is as well. But until then, see ya.